How's it going, rednecks? I'm out here in the garage working on the Yukon, and as you can see, quite a bit has gotten done. Not only do I have the passenger fender all bolted on, I've got the driver's side done as well as all the bracing. I have all the wiring done, coolant hoses are on, and the fan shroud with fan. Now there's a few other things I gotta do, and let's go take a look at that. With the engine bay pretty much buttoned up and this thing ready to start, I have a list right here of stuff I want to do. And hopefully in this video, we're going to hear this engine run. Either that or something catastrophically is going to fail. So what do you say we take a look at this list and we start knocking some items off of it? So here's the list, and the first thing I want to do is add oil. Because if I forget to add oil to this thing, that would really suck. So we can take and knock that one off. That was a pretty easy one. I think the next thing I'm going to do is do the lower or the tire stuff. I got some new brake rotors, and I got to tighten the CV axle nuts. Now you're probably wondering, why do I got new brakes for this thing? Well, it just so happens I was at LKQ the other day, and for $35 I got brand new drilled and slotted rotors. And if you take a look, I got a $10 core. So I'm going to bring back my old brake rotors and we're going to install these. So for 25 bucks for drilled and slotted rotors, why not? Man, oh man, rednecks, I'm actually pretty excited about this. I just read YouTube's terms and conditions. And apparently anybody with 5,000 subscribers or more was allowed to do this, but they're allowing everybody with 5,000 or under to do this once. And I'm going to use the old YouTube swaparoo. Watch this. Holy cow, it frickin' worked. Look at that. Heck yeah. Well, for my first time using that, hopefully it worked out pretty good. I guess I can't say I'm that envious of the other YouTubers that get to do that, because I kind of enjoy the building process. And with that being said, we get to mark another one off the list. So I think the next thing I'm going to do is the CV axle nuts. They just need to be tightened, and then we can put the tires on this thing and get it off the stands. Click. I'm going to go click on that one too. That went pretty easy, other than my impact wanted to fight me. So the CV axle nuts. Woohoo, one-handed, this is not good, but that is done. Now I actually lied. I think what I want to do is I want to do brake fluid right now, because bleeding the brakes is going to be a lot easier without wheels on it. Man, oh man, rednecks, them brakes took forever to bleed out, and by myself I had to pump the brakes, put a block on it, bleed them out, and it would have taken forever, and I figured I'll just cut all that out because it wouldn't be entertaining anyways. But while I was at it, check out what I noticed. The sway bar links are already tearing. The rubber's already failing on this $100 suspension kit, so I figured I would show you guys that. So what do you say we cross that off the list as far as the brakes being bled out, and then we get to mounting the tires. So the tires for this truck are going to have to be 17-inch rims or bigger with the upgraded brakes. I'm not sure if I went over that in the brake video, and thank goodness I knew that. I tried a 16 or the rim that came on the truck just to make sure of it, and it doesn't fit. So I actually, right here, have two 18s that I'm going to mount. Now these are only temporary. I have a nicer set of rims, but for right now, we're just going to mount them guys on, and then we can set the truck down. Yes. tire is flat. Both tires are flat, but man, I'm all smiles. This thing's finally sitting on the ground at a proper work height now, so I can work underneath that engine bay. So what do you say we take a look at that list, start knocking some more stuff off, then we can throw a battery in this thing and hear it fire up. Looking at my list, we have the lower radiator hose and steam hose, and I couldn't find them, but here they are now. I threw them in my storage vehicle. This is our lower radiator hose, this is our steam hose, and it just goes from the bottom of the throttle body right there to the radiator somewhere around right there. I think I have it plugged off right now. So let's get them two things installed, and then I think what I got to do is I'm going to do the battery ground, and that's this guy right here. I just want to clean up my battery ground because I painted over it and it looks pretty pathetic. So I'm going to clean that up. Then we can get a battery in, because I don't think I'm going to do the rest of this right now, at least. I don't need to do the AC connector and headlights, and I'm going to have to go over that in another video. The headlight harness is right here, and this is the Cadillac headlight harness. I believe this is the airbag stuff and some of the washer fluid stuff. And if you look at the one for the Yukon, the wiring colors are different right here. And this is the wiring for the headlight. So I need to figure out if I'm going to use that harness or if I'm going to use that harness, which would suck because I'd have to pull it all back out. And there is one plug-in on there that goes onto the AC. I can't remember where it is. It's somewhere over there. So that would be our AC connector and headlights. The brake level wire is this guy right here. There used to be a brake fluid level sensor right here, but now it's in the proportioning valve, and this connector does not fit, so I'm going to have to find that connector and splice it on. And then I think the last one, yeah, we went over that, was the AC belt. I just need a new serpentine belt for the AC, so no big deal. So what do you say we get these last three things done, and then hear this thing run?
I wonder what he said. Well, he had a very lower Walden dialect, but I think he said he was going to slowly kill us one by one, forcing us each to eat the remains of the last before himself eating what was left.
Woody, the dark matter ray. It's the only way to put him down for sure. The dark what? You never taught us that one.
And just like that, we have our lower radiator hose done, our steam hose, and our battery ground. And like I said before, I'm not going to worry about the rest of them items until this thing is up and running. So what do you say? We get the battery installed. Before I install the battery, I kind of want to show you something. This truck, or the driver fender, was really hard to mount, and I had a significant gap in the body mount, and it has closed up. This body mount bolt is loose, and I have a feeling the safety stands were not sitting level. So yeah, this body line is all perfect. I thought them fenders were bad, or I had a bent frame, so I'm extremely happy now. But yeah, let's get that freaking battery off the ground, get it installed, and hopefully this smile continues, because I want to hear this thing run. Alright, battery is connected. So the battery is connected, the four-ways were on, so that was the clicking noise you heard. I don't know if you heard that in the video, I shut them off. But it appears as if we have a problem with our brake light switch, because the brake lights are on, and I went in the truck and I pushed them, and the brake lights go out. So I'm going to have to address that hopefully in my brake light video, or when I install that brake pedal and the hydro boost. That's for another time. I guess I'm going to throw the intake tube on. We're going to fire this thing up. To say I'm nervous is understatement. I really hope this junkyard motor's good. So yeah, let's get that pipe on and turn this thing over. Alright, here we go. I'm getting ready to fire this thing up. I have everything hopefully done. I'm not going to run it for very long because I don't have any coolant in it. The power steering, I have it topped off, but that has to fill all the hoses all the way up to the brake hydro boost and all that stuff, so it's hard to say. Once I hear that thing whining, I'll probably shut it off. I don't know how long I'm going to let it run. I'm just excited to hear it run, so whew, here I go. Why there's such a big exhaust leak, but she started. Yeah! Holy cow, guys. I am so happy to hear that engine run. It doesn't sound like it's knocking. Obviously, I haven't warmed it up yet or done nothing, but I have one heck of an exhaust leak. I need to figure that out. And then hopefully I'll be able to get the hood and everything on this, get all the fenders straightened out. As you can see, I already buffed one of the headlights out because I couldn't stand seeing it. This one's all yellow, so you can kind of see it before and after. But I'm really excited to see this thing done. And with it being in here this long, it's driving me a little crazy. But I think I'm going to end the video here. I'm going to try and find that exhaust leak, and hopefully in the next video, I'll go over what I found, and we will have this thing sitting outside, and I'll be able to clean it finally, do a bunch of stuff I wanted to do to it for quite a while now. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and get back to work. Well, that didn't take me very long. I figured I'd show you. There's no gasket in there. The gasket at some point must have fallen out of that manifold.